What happening, everybody? All right. I made it. I know I'm late. 30 minutes late. Whatevs. I'm here, though. And you know what? I'm going to give myself a pat on the back because even with me getting a very late start today, I was planning on starting earlier this morning with all my readings because I'm trying to stick to my plan, my divine plan, which, it's all a joke anyway, but I try. But I've actually accomplished everything that I wanted to today when it comes to Whispers of Grace. So even though I am 30 minutes late, I am still on, and I will try to, maybe an hour and a half, depending on how this goes. So I know no one's in here yet, but I'm going to say it anyway. This is a live pop-up reading. These are donation-based. They are $15 minimum donation. You will get a mini spread from me, okay? And you can either do that through Super Chat or PayPal. And as people come in, you will be put on a list. I will try to get to as many people as possible. I will tell you, Spirit is on freaking fire, though. Spirit is on fire today, and I feel so much love and good messages that have been coming out for the collective. So we will see. All right, so I'm going to share this to my Facebook, and I will go ahead and pull like a general message, get the energy flowing, make sure that you like and share the video so we can get more people in here. And we will get this fire going. So please don't be shy. Let me know who you are, where you're from. If you would like a personal message, then all I ask is that you either donate $15 minimum, okay, through Super Chat or the PayPal link down below, and I will put your name on a list as we go. And all you need to do is ask a question. I have several decks out. So we are using the Archangel Power, the Goddess Guidance, Lover's Oracle, Nature's Whispers, and Angels of Abundance we got out today. So let me post this real quick. All right, bam, done. Okay, so with that being said, I hope everyone had a great day. It has been a long one. Emotions are heightened. I am so glad that I learned to be discerning. And I am simply an observer. I don't get wrapped up in people's stuff anymore. So at least I try not to. I don't like to say that it never happens because I am human. But for that, I'm grateful to be alive. I'm grateful to be in service. I'm grateful to be able to do what I do and prove to myself that I am not only stronger, but I am more willing to put that dedication into things that I really believe in. And it is beautiful. It is beautiful, y'all. So let's get some messages going. What do we need to hear today, Spirit? All right. So, yeah, and listen, if you've never watched my channel before, I'm kind of all over the place. I'm not even gonna lie. Half the time I don't know what comes out of my mouth. Okay, but with that being said, Spirit will spit some fire now. Like they get some hardcore messages coming out, and I'm really excited to see where all of this goes. All right, yeah, I like those too. Okay, and I will say too that, it's one of those things where they never cease to surprise me. The more that I learn about my gifts and my abilities, It just keeps going, and it always surprises me. Always. It never fails. It really doesn't. So, make sure that y'all like and share the video. Get this out, okay? All right, so right off the rip, I was hoping some more people would be here already, but it is what it is. So we have the power of prayer and partnerships, okay? So the way that I would take this is that there are some of you, and this isn't going to resonate with everyone, but there are some of you that are, I'm getting two messages. Okay. So for those of you who are not currently in a committed relationship, okay, this is, hey, Michelle, how are you? Oh, thank you, hon. All right. Yeah, I'm going to have to keep track of that. All right. So, Michelle. All right, hon, go ahead and post your question. I'll get to you in just a second. But for those of you who are not in a committed relationship, this could be like you really hoping that things would come together. Okay. And this is you like really praying and trying to open yourself up to what this partnership might hold for you. And, there's a situation where you might have had to let go. Okay, like kind of surrender to what is happening because you are meeting resistance, right? So some of you could be praying and hoping and, just putting those positive vibes out there that things will turn around, whatever the case may be. Now, for the other half of you, this is someone who is already in a committed relationship and hoping and praying, like trying to heal their relationship. Okay, so it's still the same message, but different circumstances. But there is a golden opportunity for not only healing, but allowing yourself to go with the flow. Okay. There's a door that needs to be walked through. So let's get some clarification from the Lover's Oracle since we're talking about partnerships. What do we need to know? All right. We got 3. So we have, when it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. So yes, like your heart's telling you something, and there's really no right or wrong way that you're going to interact with this partnership. You know what I'm saying? Like everything that happens within that dynamic is happening for a reason to help you understand life and love in general. But this is definitely someone you have a really strong connection with, because we have the soulmate card, and look at these two. Like there's a really strong connection. So your soulmate is already with you in spirit, believe this, and they will manifest physically. So that is definitely for the people who are currently in separation. If you feel like there's a strong bond and you're praying over them and you're just waiting for that golden opportunity for the doors to open, you have to believe it. And you just know, like, when the time is right, you focus on yourself, you keep moving forward, and you don't put all your focus on them, then that's when the doors open. It's when you least expect it. It's when you fully let go. So, and of course, the last card we have is, it is important right now to take a step back and spend some time alone. Instead of placing your focus on another, now is the time to give to yourself. And that's exactly what I was saying. Hey, Danny. Hey, Bridget. How are you? Oh, yeah. I need to get on Amazon. I got to order some stuff. I want some new decks. And I need to get some wire to wrap my new pendants. But it is what it is. I meant to do that today. But I did get it to everything on Whispers of Grace. I am super proud of myself, y'all. Good job, Jess. So But yeah, this is kind of what I was saying, like not putting all of your focus on someone else and, you know, understanding that the whole dynamic of this relationship is happening to teach you more about the dynamics in which you experience relationships. So understand that there is a golden opportunity for y'all to move forward. You just don't need to hurry or rush things. You got to easy does it. You know, there is no need to hurry or force things to happen. Everything is occurring in perfect timing. And that's exactly what I was saying. So just focus on yourself, love and nurture, feel all that goddess goodness, you know what I'm saying? And do your thing. Yeah. I love it. All right. Okay. All right, so Michelle, my question is, what does Spirit want me to know most of this time? I love that question. I really do. And I feel like it is such a wise question, Michelle. I really do. Oh, good, good. I am so glad to hear that. I knew that Spirit wouldn't disappoint. That's for sure. I felt like they were going to be really powerfully positive messages, but you know how Spirit does. They reality check us all the time. So, what does Spirit want Michelle to know? Okay. So, they're definitely wanting to start with the Goddess cards, but they're really pulling me to this. All right, and then we're going to give you a bonus. Okay, we're going to give you a bonus since you donated extra from the Nature's Whispers. All right, so what does Michelle, my lovely Michelle, need to know most at this time? There's 3 in here. Told you. All right. So, oh, this is a good one, girl. Good one. All right. And how did I know there was going to be 3 in that one too? Okay. All right. You ready for this? Okay. So your first card, we have Kuan Yin, compassion. Release judgments about yourself and others and focus on the love and light that is within everyone. Okay. Beware of what you are projecting, for the qualities you admire in one another are qualities you both possess. Equally so, the qualities you don't like are also your reflection. Okay? So this could have to do with any aspects of relationships in your life. Maybe you see a lot of mirroring happening, especially things from your past. Okay, maybe this is a pattern that you've recognized deeper lately, that there have been judgments and projections happening not only on your end but on others. And I feel like there has been kind of like this defensiveness of like putting up a barrier around yourself because of all the projection that has come your way in your past. That you kind of started picking up on similar qualities, and you might have realized lately that there has been some projecting, right? But this is actually teaching you the full circle of compassion, not only for yourself, but for others. And it's bringing a new sense of peace and understanding in your life. Okay, so I'm glad that makes sense. But this is really a good time, you know, especially with you being such an aware individual, you know, that you can see that reflection, and it's giving you that insight to work on these shadow parts of self, right? In order for you to step more into your authentic truth and into your light and have more compassion for your journey. Okay. So then in your current energy, we have, I don't even know how to pronounce this, but it is be strong. Okay. Shakmit. I'm sorry, I don't want to butcher their beautiful names. But it's, you are stronger than you think you are, and your strength assures a happy outcome. Sir, hey, sir, can you calm it down? Thanks. Thanks. Talking back. All right. You are stronger than you think you are, and your strength assures a happy outcome. Look inside yourself and examine what is causing you to feel this way. Okay. So this is really, and again, you know, with the things that you have dealt with in your past, whether it be, you know, you projecting or people projecting onto you, you coming to this understanding of yourself and showing more compassion for not only yourself but for others and for your journey is teaching you a whole new sense of strength. Okay. It's really giving you that opportunity, because a lot of people have a hard time with this. So we don't quite give ourselves credit when we can honestly look at ourselves and see the warrioress within. You know what I'm saying? And when we can really take what that projection is, that reflection, and look deep within and say, hey, like, okay, yes, I see you, and we don't have to fear this anymore. No, because we understand now. We get it. And we're stepping into this new sense of power. And she is so elegant and so strong and situated perfectly with the two lions on either side of her. You know what I'm saying? Your crown, your heart, your third eye, like all of these chakras are opening for you to be able to really see yourself in a new light. And instead of being this, you know, person in a state of fear or a state of lack, you're seeing just how strong you are. And you're really giving yourself credit where credit is due. And I really like that. Okay. Now moving into your current energy, we have the purification card, and you can see all of her chakras are in balance. Okay. She's finally cleansing everything away from her that no longer serves her. It is a time for a cleansing detoxification of your body and mind. So maybe you've been really thinking about, you know, changing up your diet and really cleaning out in general, whether that be by your diet, your exercise, cleaning up your home, you know, clearing out the mental space and focusing more on the heart. The cup is overflowing. That sense of self-love, that self-acceptance, that sense of peace is just overflowing from her cup. Okay? And it's because you have finally surrendered. You're finally surrendering, and you know what it feels like to fully, like, just give in those moments. At times we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go and all will work out. And that's because you understand now, you get it, and you're finally letting all those past things just float away as if it was something on a movie screen, you know, and it doesn't affect you the way it used to. And really now you're understanding everything from a totally different light. You're finding your worth, you're finding your strength, and you're finding the purity within. Good job, girl. Good job. I like that message. I hope that makes sense. Yes. Awesome. Yeah. And it is. It is. It's a process, man, but listen, those cards don't come out for nothing. That's your confirmation. Everything you're doing is gold. So keep going. It doesn't happen overnight, and we have to remember that. It is constant progression, and that's just a part of the journey. It's not about the destination. It's about the ride, man. So keep doing your thing. Keep doing your thing. Would anyone else like a question? If not, I'm going to pull another little reading for the collective. Make sure y'all like and share, man. Ooh, Rhiannon. Sorceress. Okay. You are a magical person who can manifest your clear intentions into reality. There is some major manifestors going on in here. Okay. So I want to see what we're manifesting, though, especially around the next full. So anyone, I just heard, anyone who set their intentions on the new moon in Gemini, you will see it come to fruition by the full moon. Okay? You will. There are things that you aren't seeing yet that's coming, that's very, very near. Whoever that's for. Okay? Let's see. All right. What are we manifesting? Okay. Well, I can tell you right off the rip, the one in my hand, which feels really good. Okay. So we have the Six of Staffs, the Page of Staffs, the Justice card, and the New Beginnings. So as a collective, and this could go many different ways, okay? If there is something in your life where you are taking a new path, okay? You're taking a new path and like just going for it. You're just moving, you're taking action, okay? You're making final endings, you're cutting the cords, you're bringing balance into your life. Some of you may even have gone through some court proceedings, stuff like that. There is a death of a cycle that you have just done, and you might be in the beginning stages of it, okay? But you will be successful. Hi, Baz, how are you? You will be successful with this ending, okay? And it's gonna bring so much more happiness into your life, and you will really understand after a while why there's so much compassion and understanding for what took place here, because this had to be finalized. It had to be done. Okay. I do feel that, you know, especially if you are a fire sign, maybe you are holding on to a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Yes, yeah, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. It's been a little crazy, but you know, I just, like I was saying earlier, I'm just an observer. I'm just here. Like, if it don't relate to me directly, then you know, I'm there holding space, but I am not involved, and I am so glad I've learned to do that. So anyway, you know, there could be a fire sign that's going to cross this message that is like major manifesting, okay? If you have been holding on to a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, or delaying an ending, it's going to come. It's going to be more successful than you're giving yourself credit for, though. I feel like there's some sort of resistance within this relationship anyway. So take it for what it's worth. But yeah, so make sure y'all like and share this video, man. We're doing 15 minimum dollar donations. You get a private mini sesh from me. And yeah. So besides Michelle, did anyone else catch the leap of faith readings? wonder if anyone else enjoyed those, because I thought they were pretty interesting. So while we're on the subject, and I'll just let anyone know who's jumping in. I am Jessica, Whispers of Grace, if you've never been on my channel before, but I am doing live mini readings, so it is a $15 minimum donation. You can do that through Super Chat or the PayPal link down below. If you would like a personal reading, then you can also email me at whispersofgrace1016@gmail.com if you don't want your business out on the internet, what else. And oh man, so I'll get to that one in a second, but oh hey Cynthia, how you doing? So yeah, but I'm doing tarot and intuitive readings, and you can ask anyone who's watched my channel before. They're accurate. So I just want to be of service. I said that I was going to start doing these on Mondays. I was a little bit late today, but it is what it is. My whole day has been off schedule. So if you would like a personal reading, all you have to do is through Super Chat or PayPal, donate at least $15, and I will give you a mini reading. You ask the questions, I'll put your name on a list, and we will go from there. And depending on how many people want one, then we'll see how long this goes. But oh, I have been busy. I told y'all I'm trying to be more dedicated. So I got certain things set out throughout the week, and so Mondays I will be doing the weeklies, and then the leap of faith card for each element. And then tomorrow, so every Monday I'll be trying to do pop-up readings, okay? Yeah, I hear you. A lot was going on today. There are some pretty good messages, though. So, yeah, we're doing the weekly on Monday, the leap of faith, and then the pop-ups. And then Tuesday, I'm sorry, y'all, I'm blind. So tomorrow, we will be doing What Secret Does the Universe Want You to Know? And we'll be doing each element on that as well. And then Fridays, we will be doing what needs to be revealed in order for you to call in your soulmate. And we are going to be calling that Messages of the Heart. And that's what they wanted me to name it. So, and we're going to do each element on that, including the 12 monthly zodiacs. And I'm going to start doing divine feminine and divine masculine updates as well. So yeah, I mean, I have a lot planned out, and I got it all on my list, on my wall, so I can see it every morning, keep myself on track. But I really want to start being like more active. So, and all of these new spreads, my guides gave to me last week. So I just had to kind of plan out how I was going to do it. But I like doing the elements in shorter videos, instead of doing 12 videos for each sign. So it is what it is. I still have to go timestamp water signs, but it is what it is. Okay. So with that being said, all right. So Baz, I have not received anything from you yet. Give me 1 second. Let me check. All right. Okay. So yeah, and for anyone who's joining in, you know, I'm just gonna say and listen, just to keep it fair, because I am trying to make this my full-time gig. So please don't take it personally. But um, so for anyone who does want a reading from me tonight, it is a $15 minimum donation through Super Chat or PayPal. As people come in, if you want a reading, once I receive your payment, then I will put your name on the list and we will go from there. But if you need a private reading and you just want to email me that way, we can do that too. So it just all depends. But yeah, listen, y'all, I'm not trying to be stingy because I put a lot of free stuff out there. So don't take it personal. In the meantime, I'll pull some general messages for the collective. So if it resonates with you, then it resonates with you. But yeah, so all right. So okay. Okay. So I feel like there's some people out there that are either in this chat room or that are going to come across this video, okay, where there's this sense of trying too hard, staying too focused on something, okay, and we're really losing the moment of our existence here, okay, and when we come from a state of, and I don't want to say obsession because it's not obsession, but it's like when we have something that's constantly taking our time and our energy, whether we're around it or not, we're robbing ourselves of the present moment and of the joy that we can experience. So what we need to remember is that there are some things that we just need to give time and relax and surrender into, allow things to play a natural course. Because if we come into this place of they're never going to come, they're never going to communicate, why aren't they here, like why are they taking so long, and listen, we've all been there, but it's about reeling it in and just living in the present moment. You can't do anything about the past, and you sure as hell can't do anything about the future except for take methodical steps in the present moment. And it's just about being. Like, it's all a journey, y'all. Think of it, I hate to say it, but think of it as a movie. Like, things are just passing on a screen. Things are going to fall in line, things are going to fall out of line, and that's just how it is. But if we focus so much that we're giving all of our power, all of our focus, and we're not focusing on our stuff, then we're putting all of our power in the wrong place. And the card that they have chosen for the collective is close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful. You can allow joy into your life regardless of the circumstances you currently find yourself in. So it's one of those things where, you know, and I've talked to Danny about this too, where it's like, you know, when it comes to law of attraction, it's acting as if they're already there. You're already experiencing with them. And depending on your connection, some of you in a twin flame journey are going to experience things on a 5D level. You know what I'm saying? So you're already connecting with them energetically. It's just you're missing the physical aspect, which means you're on a 3D level. And it happens. We all get caught up in it, no matter how far along we are in our journey. But we also have to understand that if we're trying too hard, then we are creating resistance. If we are focused on them coming in to the point that we're not focused on what we're putting out, we're creating resistance. So it's really important that we just let it go. Just let it go for a second, okay? Yeah, that's rough. It kind of makes me feel like that first initiation of separation, when you're like completely fallen over someone and you don't understand why they won't talk to you, like ghosted kind of stuff. It makes you feel like really confused, that kind of thing. So good luck. But yeah, it's about staying in the present moment, shifting your energy, staying focused on your divine purpose, surrendering, sending love, compassion, understanding, letting them figure it out. Like, I've been doing a lot of research on the whole twin thing, trying to understand more, like the whole dynamic of it. And the whole separation is there to help us. Like, we need it. Most of us are not ready to be with our twin flame. Okay. Usually when you meet your twin, it is for activation. It awakens you. And like, okay, so in every dynamic's different. In my case, I had the catalyst. I had the shit storm, many shit storms that led me to that point of me really accepting my gifts. When I actually met my twin, I was still in a dark place. I was in a dark place because of my separation and still moving through a lot of the 3D existence and a lot of the confusion, and still not fully accepting my gifts, even though I know they were there, which led me, I wasn't fully committed. And then when I met my twin, I had felt more inspired than ever to do what I do. And it was like kicking high gear. Okay, you need to focus on all your inner child shit. Every relationship that you ever thought, was some sort of healthy dynamic, you need to address. And I had to look at every single relationship in my life and see where the conditioning came from and why I was acting the way I was acting, because I was very much in my divine feminine aspect. But when my masculine came around, I moved very much into my masculine energy. I was very authoritative and very like loud and boisterous, and just wanted to be in control of the situation. I wanted to control it as much as possible. And because I was scared it's going to slip through my fingers. I didn't know what I was dealing with. And it's just, I was like an asshole. I don't admit my shit. But yeah, so I really had to look at myself. And over time, it has taken quite some time, and I'm still learning. I still slip up, and that's okay. You know, I'm just learning to be, and it's going to be what it is. And I'm not letting anything stop me from doing what I have to do and working through my stuff, and hoping that he's doing the same. And I'm sure he is. I have no doubt, because the connection is unreal and it hasn't gone away, where most people, I'm just like, whatevs. Um, this is the first time in my life and in my journey that I've actually been able to be like, okay, well, if you don't want to be there, you don't want to be there. This is the only one that, like, again, if you don't want to be there, you don't want to be there. But no matter how much you try to let that tie go, you can't. You just can't. And so when I realized that it wasn't going anywhere, the more I tried to get away from it or not think about it, the more it popped up. And it was just like, okay, there it is. I get it. I understand. Do what you got to do. That door is going to be open, you know. But you also have to remember that I'm not going to waste my time and energy on energy that is not reciprocated in any shape or form, and that's what we have to remember. Just because there are twins doesn't mean that we have to accept less than par behavior, So, um, yeah, but it did. It made me question a lot about every relationship in my life. I had already gone through a lot of the hardships of, realizing who I was, the abuse that I was putting up with. I have been majorly mentally and emotionally abused through a lot of my relationships. And, so that was definitely a catalyst for me, because even before I got married, I was like, I'll never go through that again. Sure enough, I fell for that shit. So, it's one of those things, you live and you learn, but I wouldn't change a thing, and I can anyway. So what's the point? Like, I learned everything that I needed from that. And it was a good run, and I hate that I lost a 20-year friendship out of it, but um, we both needed to move on, and I wasn't gonna sit around and wait for something I knew was inevitable. It just was. So, same thing, same concept. Like, I get it. I understand. I'm not gonna sit here and feel sorry for myself, or feel sorry for them, because we all played a part. But it's just one of those things where we have to remember that we're all just a piece in the game. You know what I'm saying? We're all here to experience, we're all here to learn. And the more that we can just try to bring as much joy into our life by living our authentic truth and doing whatever we feel we need to do to bring more love into this world, then that's all I can do. That's all I can do. And I'm not gonna keep staying in cycles that I know are not any good for me, um, because of a connection. I'm just not going to, because everything that I'm learning about the whole twin thing is, in reality, some might not come together. I've met people that have been resisting it for 20 plus years. And it's like, why? Um, but see, it's words like that. You can't say that kind of stuff, Baz. Don't say it. Okay. All of our words have power, right? So, and I used to, like, I even had a lady call me out at the gym on that. I was complaining about the computer. I was like, computer's killing me. She was like, don't say that. And she has a point. Okay. So even though it's not the computer's going to come out with a knife and stab me, but everything we say has power. So if we feel like our understanding of love is pain, then that's exactly what we're going to get, right? It's a law of attraction. Our beliefs, our energy, which is what we attract. When it ripples out, it comes back in. So, okay, but that's the thing that you have to understand too. So, like, if you feel that way about love, you need to get to the core of the issue. It's not necessarily that they are making you feel like that. There is something within you that is being triggered due to their actions. You know what I'm saying? It's not necessarily them doing it to you. It's your, like, what's the word for it? It's the way that your body is responding to the external circumstances. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, if you're comfortable with yourself and you have an understanding of love and compassion, then you understand that that's on them, not on you. You know what I'm saying? If someone runs from you, they're not running from you, they're running from themselves, right? And it's one of those things too where, you know, if we're chasing, we're in lack mentality, especially if you're on a twin journey. So, like, okay, if they're running from themselves, are you running from you? By you chasing, you're putting all your energy on them, you know? And those are things like we have to check ourselves. Trust me. I mean, there have been times where, like, and listen, you know, y'all usually see me. I'm very positive and upbeat person. I like to have a good time, shoot shit. But within even just, I want to say within the last month or so, there is one time where it hit me so bad that, like, I just walked around crying for 2 days. And I am not like, I'm a sensitive person, but I'm not an overly emotional person. And it was just like, I was just walking around, I was like, I don't even know. I don't know why my eyes are leaking like this. And it was just one of those releases, and they were like scared to leave me at home, and I'm like, no, I'll be fine. I know it's just a phase. It's just, it needs to come out. It just, I'm honoring it. Because I didn't even know what I needed at that time. It was just, I needed the release. I needed the release. And it was a great release for me, and I haven't cried since. And honestly, since that, I have felt myself being more uplifted and more positive and being more compassionate with myself, especially when I need to take a break. I push and push and push myself, overextended, and it's just like, when is that time for Jess? You know what I'm saying? So every morning, I even have it on my little board up there, stretch and meditate every day. Every day. I'm trying to go to the gym again 3 times a week. So it's like, you know, you got to set goals for yourself and understand that, like, even if it does get done, great. If it doesn't, it's okay. Like, just pick it back up, you know? We're all going to fall off the wagon at some point, and that's just what it is, because not everything always goes according to plan. And that's the point about going with the flow, people. So, oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I mean, I just am who I am. And that's why I do what I do. I've been told this my entire life. You have such a calming effect. You're such a good listener. You give such good advice. You know, I mean, I've heard it all. Like, I really have. And, you know, there's many times in my life where people told me I should be a therapist. And yet I was still doing it when I was doing hair for 13 years. That's actually how I realized I was an empath, because everyone would come dump their shit on me and I'd be drained going home. And it's like, man, I gotta take care of 3 kids. And, you know, because my husband at the time had 3 kids, and it's like, I'm trying to take care of this family. I'm working full time. I'm taking all this crap. Like, I don't even know why I'm so drained. And I realized because I was taking on everyone's shit. I was letting people who are energy vampires suck the life out of me. You know, no, 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 no. So I decided to change my life. I took authority. And even when people come at me with their Debbie Downer shit, I'm like, that's your fear, not mine. I understand your concern, but I'm good. And even if it don't turn out my way, which some of it hasn't, I learned, I experienced, and I'm grateful for those because it made me a lot more aware. You know what I'm saying? So, it just is what it is, and it's going to be what it shall be. That's Spirit's favorite quote lately, but it really is. It's important that we stay true to ourselves. It's important that we take the time to understand and have more compassion for ourselves and the people we're dealing with, because you have no idea. You have no idea what they're dealing with, and you don't know, and they don't know what you're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? Because most of us aren't speaking up. And I'm telling you, like, and it's not if, it's when. When I get the chance, I'm going to be open. I'm going to be open, and I'm going to just be myself and express how I feel and allow whatever needs to come out, come out. And I trust that if that when the communication happens, that it will be freeing somehow. You know what I'm saying? For both of us. And I'm okay with that, because a lot of people are focused on, especially in the twin journey, about, being in union. And it's one of those things where, like in my circumstance, I don't even want to be in union like that. I know I'm not ready for that. But I want to nurture those bonds of friendships to see, because I know the connection when we're together, out of this world. Like, I feel truly comfortable with this person, and like it's really fun and easy and free flowing, and it's not really like hard in any way, right? Not until we start getting in our heads. And that's really when things start getting messed up. But when we're apart, it's like so much resistance that it's hard to handle sometimes. So, I really had to come to a place of surrender, because what I'm completely out of control on in this. And I understand that this person needs their space. And I actually told a friend the other day, I'm glad he pumped the brakes, because I was getting way in over my head, way in over my head. I had no idea what I was dealing with. And by pumping the brakes and allowing things to take more of a natural course, I was able to really come to a deeper understanding and a more easier, grounded approach, instead of letting all my fire energy come out, because that's what was happening. It's like, yeah, I had no idea. Never had that happen before. But I've never had this situation either. So, it is what it is. And really, like, I just want to know. I want to be a part of their life, no matter what that looks like. And I'm perfectly fine just getting to know them as a friend, because I don't know enough to, like, I can tell you by the way that it has been throughout this journey that I would not be okay with that as a relationship. You see what I'm saying? So you have to let the equal energies play out, is what I'm saying. Okay? The more you move, and this is the dynamic. So, like, we're on different axes, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, the way that it works, divine feminine, okay, whether you are male or female, if you take on the divine feminine aspects, okay, if you are in the twin journey, I'm sure you have done your homework, so you know what I'm saying, okay? Divine feminine is very close to source, to God energy, right? This is where a lot of our intuitive abilities come from. This is where, our connection to source comes in, and everything that we experience on a metaphysical level, right? The divine masculine is very earthly. They are very grounded. They are connected to Mother Earth and the material things. Very primal, okay? Very stable, grounded, like to be here in the physical sense, where most of the divine feminine likes to be connected to God in the clouds, dreaming, creative, you know what I'm saying? Expressing ourselves in whatever way. And that's just how we are. So what happens when we meet the twin, it gets activated. So what happens is, okay, so like, I don't know exactly how it works here, but we cross this. So say we start here, you're crossing this 0 threshold, okay? So there's always this 0 point axis. So what happens is, as the divine feminine, because in reality, all divine feminines, when they meet their divine masculine, they get super triggered, right? They get awakened, they get initiated. It's all ooh, ga, 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 heart thumping shit. We begin the chase. They begin to run. Okay, so what's actually happening in this chase and runner energy is we stay so focused on them, right? And it's not until we come to this realization that we need to back off, allow things to unfold naturally, that the energies start to shift. So what happens is this 0 point axis, as we become more grounded, right, becoming closer and closer to the physical reality instead of this heightened energy, and becoming more grounded in our earthly energy, we are allowing them to rise and allowing them that connection to source. Okay. So as we back away and allow ourselves to heal what needs to be healed, go through the process, come to a state of submission with the divine, right? Allowing things to play out naturally, knowing that they're working in our favor, that they're teaching both of us, because this is us. We are one. There is no separate, okay? That is an illusion, right? We meet them on a 5D level. You ain't getting rid of them, okay? As much as you would like to sometimes, you're not. So when you back away and allow things to take its natural course, you are actually allowing them to ascend, okay? You are allowing them that connection with what we deal with like on a daily basis. So we need to bring ourselves out of this existence and back to here, bring ourselves into the moment, realize what we're here to do, stay on our divine path, do our work, stay true to ourselves. You know what I'm saying? And as we heal, they heal, but on a different aspect. It's a completely different aspect. And I know all my awakened people out there, you know what it felt like when you went through your initial awakening. Okay? That shit is rough. It is a big eye opener. It is unexplainable. And it's one of those awe-inspiring moments where the light bulb clicks on and you realize your life has pretty much been a lie. Everything you believed was due to conditioning. Every way you acted was due to conditioning. You don't even know what your real beliefs are anymore without having some sort of external advice or conditioning. I mean, I've even been going through that. I mean, it's craziness. There are certain things in my life that I remember doing as a child that I quit doing because so much fear was installed. That's wrong. You don't do that. Ladies don't do this. You be comfortable with your body, but don't be comfortable with it. You know what I'm saying? Like it you have a soul. You have a soul. Just because you can't feel a personality, like, and I don't understand what you mean by that, because everyone has a personality. Everyone. And it's just, if you feel that you don't, and again, you have to be very careful with what you're saying, Baz. Okay? Like, I don't even want to repeat those words. I really don't. But if you feel like you cannot feel your personality, then that should be your major clue as to why your twin is running. Okay? Because you don't even know who you are. And the fact that no, she didn't make you think like that, you let her, you allowed that, right? And I know that's a hard pill to swallow, because I used to blame other people too. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, I believe this because of that. But as an adult, we have the right to say, I accept that as my truth, or I don't. Okay? And I know it's hard, because listen, there are a lot of things that my ex tried to convince me. You're crazy. You don't have a clear perception of reality. Blah blah blah. Listen, I've heard all that stupid shit before. All of it. I will not fall for it again. No, no. I'm listening to my intuition. I see red flags. Oh, waving. You know what I'm saying? Like. If you are on a twin journey and your twin is trying to convince you that you have no soul or personality, then that is what they are feeling for themselves. Look in the mirror. You see what I'm saying? So I really feel like you should be doing that yourself. Maybe that's something you can do to help heal y'all on an energetic basis. Like, if you've never tried mirror work, and that's because you're feeling that disconnection. Okay? But again, be careful of your wording. Okay? Try some mirror work. Listen to me, it works. Okay? If you've never tried mirror work, try it. So what it is, and you can do anything with it, any positive affirmation. If you've never written a list of positive affirmations, I'd suggest doing that too. Okay? And sometimes we gotta be rough with ourselves, like tough love shit. You know what I'm saying? I remember there was one time I was so low that it was one of those moments. I didn't know, am I gonna make it? Oh, the despair. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, I really had to get in the mirror, like face myself and say, Jessica, I love you. I see you. You are beautiful. You are amazing. You're going to get through this. I will not give up on you. And it's just like, I poured everything that I wanted someone else to say to me, that I have been waiting on my entire life. I finally said to myself, the first time I actually put my hand on my heart and said, I love you, Jessica, I bawled my eyes out. I did. And now I can say it so freaking freely. I saw a meme the other day. It said, when I ask you to list the things that you love, how long would it take you to name yourself? For me, now, not long. Back then, I would have been at the bottom of the list. And it's actually funny, because these are the things that come back up. I actually had a recall of my first love, right? And this is the kind of douchebags I dated. All right. So I'm giving y'all the sneak peek into Jess's relationship. Like, my first love, Okay. We were together on and off 5 years, like crazy connection. Okay. It was one of those, like, he's such an ass. Oh, Lord. And I still stayed with him like 3 years after this. When I asked if I was a priority in his life, okay, because like we were talking marriage, we were talking kids, all this kind of stuff. Hey, Edith. Hey, Hector. How are you, hon? But yeah, hey, Dewey. So it was when I asked him where I was on the priority list, I came in like number 5 under electronics, beer, and his dog. Okay. So he clearly told me where I was on his priority list. And I still stayed with his ass. Okay. So, of course, me accepting this kind of behavior, and probably a lot to do with my daddy issues, like, um, trying to look for male validation wherever I could find it. And, there's a lot of inconsistency there. So, I mean, I was used to it. But it followed me throughout all of my relationships. And it did. And after this last one, because I've always been the fixer, right? That's a typical divine feminine energy. We want to fix everyone, fix everything. But hey, Cynthia. Oh, you're good. I hope you're feeling better. I love you so much. But yeah, it wasn't till recently, within the last, I would say like year and a half, maybe 2 years, that I finally started making myself a priority, and I started loving myself first. That was hard. That was a hard one. And a lot of the mirror work, a lot of the purging, a lot of seeking out help, you know, I had to work through all of this. And that's the thing about being discerning too, because like when that thought popped up about my ex and the list, I was like, man, I really did that. I really allowed someone to talk to me like that, and I took it. And I said, yeah, I'll be your number 5. Next week I might be number 10, but who's counting? Like, fuck that, guys. Fuck that. So, yes, thank you, Cynthia. Um, so yeah, and I don't know, I'm just kind of bullshit now. But y'all make sure y'all like and share it. Um, but yeah, it is, man. And I've been dealing with that crap my entire dating life. And some of the scumbags in between them were even worse. So, it is. At some point, and listen, I'm telling you, the people that I attract now are like way different, way different. But my block game is so strong that most people don't even have the nerve to approach me like that. You know, I'm cool. I'm cool. I like to, hang out with people, shoot the shit. But I'm straight like Bobby Boucher. Oh, Lord. Hey, Ellie. So, yeah. Listen, Baz. Welcome. And my tribe is amazing. So don't be shy. You will make plenty of friends here. And they're amazing. And they all have really good insights and information too. So, exactly. And that's one of the most beautiful things. I was just about to get to, Cynthia. You took it right out my mouth. Oh, thank you. But for the first time in my life, and this is what I love about my tribe, because we have really been going through a lot of these things together. Have we not? Have we not, ladies? We really have come so far from the love that we had, or the lack of self-love that we had for ourselves, and the belief that we had in our capabilities and our strengths, and now moving into this current energy where we're really starting to accept ourselves and not fearing so much about opening our hearts, right? And um, it's so powerful and so profound, because like I see all of my beautiful tribe members like literally transforming and doing it with me, and that is so beautiful, because as I'm doing the work, so are y'all, and we're all going through this transition together. So it's really important that we understand how far we've come and give ourselves credit where credit is due. Because like Ellie and Cynthia, y'all have, and Michelle, like just done so much work, It's like making me emotional to think about how hard y'all have really been working on yourselves, and how freaking proud I am. Like, y'all are gonna make me cry. um I'm just so honored to be a part of this with y'all, and I couldn't be more proud of what y'all have done, and how far y'all have come. But coming to that place of just opening our hearts, and it's not even just to relationships, but to people in general, and understanding like, the people who really care for us aren't going to have a problem with us speaking up for ourselves, because they're just aware as we are. You know what I'm saying? It's about aligning with your tribe. And, you know, even with all the things that we have experienced in our path, and the brainwashing, the mind fucks, and the games, like, and we can still be here with such a full heart and an open mind, and say, you know what, I know that that's not what love is all about, and I still have faith that not only can I give this to myself, but I can give it to others freely. I can receive it with open arms, but we're not just willing to accept anything. And that's why we are letting all these low vibrational energies in, because we didn't have that sense of worth. We didn't have that self acceptance or healthy boundaries to say, no, I do not accept that. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, I'm not going to accept bullshit behavior that's going to make me feel less than. I am not your fucking stomping grounds. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how it should be. We should not feel guilty for standing up for ourselves. And but the thing is, we have to remember that as we raise in vibration, we are not attracting those low vibrational energies anymore. They become few and far between. You might get a straggler here and there, but I can tell you the majority of the time, the more you raise your vibration, the more people you will align with that are matching that frequency or higher. You know what I'm saying? So listen, don't try to manifest things that are higher. Like, if you are not matching that fucking frequency, you have to believe, trust, faith. That's why I started doing the leap of faith, man. I'm telling you, yes, yeah, it is. You have to believe it every day. And any time that you feel yourself slipping, It's okay. You don't have to beat yourself up for it. Just switch it up, change it around. You always have the choice to realign with love. Always. And it's your choice. It's up to you. You are the creator of your reality. Wherever your intention goes, your energy flows. So, yeah. Spiritual truth bombs. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, y'all. Well, if no one else needs a reading, which, I love talking to y'all and just shooting the shit. I do. I love it. But I have overexerted my energy today, and I can feel myself slowly wanting to just relax. So, thank you so much for being here with me today. Thank you for listening to my spiritual ramblings. And thank you for just being a part of this journey and this tribe. I love y'all so much. I'm so appreciative of every single one of you. And yes. And that's the thing. Like, I would rather, and that's the thing too. Like, I used to say, I'd rather be lonely than in a bad relationship. That's the thing. I am not lonely. I have learned to enjoy my own company. I started taking myself out on dates. I started going dancing. I choose to be around people who make me feel good. I open myself up to new experiences. I'm not afraid to go and, like, even I've had other people say, oh, well, thank you so much for being here, Edith. Thank you for being here. I'm glad we got some new people. That's awesome. But, like, even my wanting to move to the mountains, I swear, 2 months, y'all. 2 months. Y'all are gonna see it. I'm putting it out there. I've been telling everyone. We're hoping to be out of here by around August. So, but, like, so many people are like, well, you're not going to know a soul. Like, what are you going to do? You're leaving all your friends. And I was like, my friends are good. My friends are good. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm going to be gone forever. I make friends everywhere I go. And as long as I have the time and space to be focused with my tribe, that's all that matters to me. That's where my heart's at. So thank y'all for being a part of this and allowing me to spread God's message and allowing me to be in service, however these messages come about. So if you need any guidance, personal messages, whatever, what have yous, all of my information is down below in the description box. You can get a private reading, you can donate, whatever it is you feel compelled to do. Like, share, subscribe. Make sure y'all hit that notification bell, especially if y'all are new, if you want to catch me live. I'm definitely trying to be more proactive and more organized with my channel because this is my baby and I love it. So, yes, thank you. Thank you so much. And I love you all so much. Love you so hard, y'all. And yes, he's all over the place, y'all. But yeah, with that being said, I love you guys and I will talk to you all tomorrow. So don't forget that tomorrow, what do we have going on? What does the universe want you to know is going to be tomorrow's reading for all the elements, okay? So make sure tomorrow morning that y'all catch that. And yeah, I'll probably be starting those around 9. So 9 a.m. Dewey. Yep. I'm going to try my best. Okay. So, because I want to do it before yoga. That's my plan. So hopefully it will not go like it did this morning and I'll actually, whatevs. But all right. Well, I will see y'all tomorrow morning. Good night, all my dear, lovely souls. I wish you the best of luck. I hope that you got some clarity and guidance that you needed today. And if you should need me for anything else, you can always contact me with the information below. I wish y'all the best of luck, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye, guys.